know this might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm not the biggest fan of And Maggie Makes Three. There is one moment in it that I think is beautiful, and is probably one of the most beautiful moments in all of The Simpsons, and I will discuss that with a spoiler warning. But I don't rate it as highly as some people. This is the 13th episode of the 6th season of The Simpsons. It's directed by Swinton Scott III and was released in January 1995. It's got 8.8 out of 10 on IMDb across 3.4 thousand reviews and ratings, which is a really brilliant rating. I don't rate it quite so highly, but it's still sentimental and beautiful. I can see the value in it, but it's not one of my personal favourites. When Bart and Lisa ask why there are no photos of Maggie in the photo album, Homer begins to tell the story of Maggie's birth. And in true Simpsons style, when they start doing flashbacks, they go off on tangents. It does take them a little while to actually get to the point, but that's what we expect. That works very well. I think the pacing is actually very effective. And we do get some interesting flashbacks. I've mentioned this before, I'm not the biggest fan of flashback scenes in any TV show. Sometimes it's okay, but generally they don't excite me as much as I know some people love them, which is absolutely fine. They're not for everybody. So I think that's the main reason why I don't like this that much. There are a few moments in it here and there that I thought worked quite well, but generally I was interested enough. I've seen this episode a few times, and both times, I've seen it at least twice, maybe more, I don't know, but both times at least I enjoyed it and I thought it was pleasant enough. But it didn't really interest me, the actual getting, it's not all about the destination, it's about the journey. For me, the journey wasn't that thrilling, but the destination. I guess with a spoiler warning now. But I have to say, Homer in the flashbacks was brilliant. I loved Homer in the flashbacks and what his life was like and what he was like. It's a look at what things could have been. And I think that's certainly very interesting. But a spoiler warning from now, I'm going to explain what happens at the end. So at the end, we find out why there are no photos in the photo album of Maggie. And that is because Homer has all of the photos and he dotes on his daughter. And I think that's so sweet and I guess unexpected. I wasn't expecting that the first time I saw this. And it was really quite a beautiful moment. And I do like the fact that they held all of that back as they told this story. Because obviously it's all about getting to the point, the destination, which is when we find out why there are no photos of Maggie in the photo album. And I will say that is very moving. And it kind of spins everything around. So maybe I didn't like the episode as a whole, but that ending was so beautiful, but that it raised the rating of the episode for me. So I can completely see why people do love it, but for me the episode itself is average. It's not bad, there's nothing wrong with it, just not the biggest fan of flashbacks, but definitely with that ending, it made it something all the more beautiful. So And Maggie Makes Three will never be my personal favourite, but I can see the beauty in it.